Paul, first of all, your reaction. Bristol is in Tier 3, so it delays the fans coming back to the Memorial Stadium. What do you make of the news today?
Well, it's disappointing for anybody that, well, we all were hoping that we'd get a fan or two back into the stadiums, but I think we have to do our bit and we have to adhere to all the protocols. So there we are. We just have to wait for the next time this gets announced.
Yeah. On the field, Brendan Hanlon, he missed the draw at Wigan. Is he close to a return? Is he likely to be back in contention for the weekend?
He's close. I mean, we're still 3 days away, of course, from that game, so plenty of time to make some more improvements. He's not going to be out long. He's not going to be a long injury, but in a way, the fact that it's a Sunday game just gives him that 1 day extra to recover. So I'm optimistic. I've got fingers crossed he'll be fit.
Yeah, I mean, from your point of view, how do you assess the squad now? You've seen them for 2 games, of course. Not long to assess the squad, but what are your early thoughts?
Well, it is early. I have to be very careful what I say because I don't want to say anything that becomes categorical. I have been impressed with the youth and the athleticism and the talent in the squad, and my job is to get some direction in line with how I'm thinking. And ultimately, you want the team to reflect how you think and how you articulate those thoughts. So, for right or wrong, we had a response on Tuesday to the things I asked them to do, and it's going to take a long time for me to get all those things across. But in my first 2 hours with them on Monday, there was a response to a good degree on Tuesday night. So that's all I can ask. Small steps, and ultimately I want them to reflect how I think on the pitch. And we've got some work to do, and I just have to put my stamp on it. But already they're listening, and they took on board things I asked, and they tried to do it. So that's a good start if you're a coach, that they tried to do what I asked of them.
Yeah, it's the FA Cup, of course, now, isn't it, on Sunday? How important is a cup run to Rovers this year, particularly given the league position?
I think it's important every year. I've never been one to underestimate the value of the FA Cup, and we want to win the game. So forgive me, but I'm not going to value it any more this year to the next or years before. It's important, and we want to win.
What are your memories of the FA Cup from your time involved with the FA Cup?
I've got 1 or 2 as a player, 1 or 2 as a coach. So I've always loved it. I mean, it's such an exciting tournament. I mean, I know it's changed slightly over the years, and there's been nuances to the penalties and all sorts of things that have been added to the tournament at different stages. But ultimately, it's a really exciting tournament. I think you have a realistic image of how far you can get in the tournament, but every round is one to be won, and you just hope you get through it and you're in the hat for the next one. So without trying to be too cliched, it's just a really, really good tournament to play in and be part of.
Yeah, Darlington are your opponents next up, of course, on Sunday. What sort of a game are you expecting from them?
Well, every game is important. If it's the next game, you have to respect your opponents, but on the other hand, you have to be strong and confident in your own thoughts. They've won football matches to get to this point, so they've earned this place in the tournament. They've won games to be at this stage, so we have to respect that, and we have to do our job accordingly. So I haven't had too much time to look at them, but they have to be given respect. But we have to temper that with thinking we're at home, and we have to play our game. So there we are.
Yeah. How much does home advantage count during the Cup without the fans?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. Ask me after the game. I think any game of football where you're at home but you don't have your supporters, there's going to be a reduced impact, surely. But you'll hear me say the same thing a number of times. I don't look at an away game with any less optimism than a home game. They're all 90 minutes, 11v11. The pitches are roughly the same size, and we have to go and impose ourselves into any game of football, home or away.
Yeah. How do you feel about playing a team from a lower level. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Obviously, they'll have nothing to lose in that respect.
Yeah. Again, ask me after the after the game. Again, for any game of football, it's my job to set the tone, and it's my job to deliver the correct amount of confidence or fear or responsibility that I feel gains the maximum amount of motivation to the players. And every game's different. So you're playing against a team from a different league. I've got to choose the tone or the language, the topics that I choose to get the maximum amount of motivation for my players. And every game's different. So there are obvious things that are relevant to this game. But most of all, it's about winning and getting through to the next round. By hook or by crook, it's a win at all costs competition, and we want to be through to the next round. So it's not that difficult. But I can throw into the mix my request to the players to earn the shirt and show me what they've got, and all the things that come with that first period that a manager has at a club where players have to prove themselves. So that's also relevant in this scenario, this particular game, as well as other things that I might pick and choose to be part of the build-up. There may also be a player or two that have got an opportunity, and those opportunities may not come around too often, so they better go and do the job.
Yeah, just finally from me, Paul, how have you enjoyed your first week in charge at the Memorial Stadium?
It's felt a lot longer than a week. 2 games, a couple of training sessions. There's a lot gone on in 1 week, and I'm trying to learn very quickly about everything. So I've really enjoyed being here. I'm very excited about being back on the touchline, and to be a Bristol Rovers manager, I'm delighted.